I'm going to do like Skip Bayless right now and do how about those Patriots? All right, to be fair, they were facing the Dolphins in Miami. I think Brady's like 15 and like 2 or 1 or something against the Dolphins at home. So I'm not going to go too crazy, but oh, thank God. This team is 2-2, 38-7 victory over the Miami Dolphins in Gillette this past Sunday. Sorry I couldn't get this vlog up to you guys sooner. Mr. Belichick has come out from under the sweatshirt. He's no longer in the doghouse. We're ready to do our job. We did our job. Not only that, for Patriot fans, this was an incredible win because this was Robert Kraft's 300th win as an owner, and that's just amazing. That's absolutely I'm what an incredible he's the fastest owner to get the 300 wins in the NFL, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be a Patriot fan. It's just like this team is built to win. It's got mental toughness, and it does its job, and it does its job well. And look, I'm not saying that they're just going to automatically get to the playoffs because they're 2-2. They got a long ways to go. They kept the pedal to the metal and won most of their games after their 2-2 start last year. But I think they're on the fast track to do it, okay? Now I'm going to go through their schedule and tell you how optimistic I am about their remaining games that they have now that some of these other teams have kind of showed their colors about where they're heading, especially after this past Sunday. But man, dude, this was great. I mean, the defense played well. I mean, we had Chung and Flowers back. I was concerned they had their concussions, then they didn't play last week. You could clearly see how Stafford carved up the Patriots defense because of that. But I guess the concussions weren't too serious. They were in the game. We'll see on the injury report how they fare against the Colts this Thursday. So a lot of, Sonny Michel actually kind of had a breakout game with the rushing yards. Sonny Michel rushed 25 times for 112 yards, and he got his first career touchdown. James White got a rushing and a receiving touchdown. I mean, he's the freaking... James White's one of my favorite Patriot offensive players. Like, him and Gronkowski. Gronkowski, and Edelman are like the trifecta. Like, they're the best in their positions. Edelman at wide receiver, Gronk at tight end, James White at running back, and also they use James White as a receiver, and he's pretty damn good at it. And they've had to, especially with the lack of wide receivers. Cordell Patterson got a touchdown. I was worried because the ball was a little high. He had to jump up for that thing, and then he just kind of did a cut route and then got that touchdown. Let's see, the 55-yard pass was New England's longest play of the season. Brady threw 2 interceptions. I'm not even really going to count the second one. I don't even know why he was in the game. It was like late in the fourth quarter. He was still in the game for some reason. After he took the hit, he took like a sack. No, he didn't get sacked. He threw the ball, got hit, and then the ball got intercepted. After that hit, like even the commentators were like, "Ooh, Brady took kind of a hard hit." I was like, dude, don't get hurt. Like, you're up 38 to freaking... At that point, 38-0. It was almost going to be a shutout. So, like, don't get hurt, dude. And then he sat on the sidelines. Brian Hoyer came out and just kind of threw the ball around, did some kneel downs. So the Patriots, they ended the half with a 15-play, 85-yard drive. There was an acrobatic... Philip Dorsett did, like, an acrobatic leaping catch. I'm still, like, even though Dorsett had some good catches in this game, I'm still not that optimistic about him. He makes drops in key areas. He's not like one of those clutch receivers that can kind of feed the ball through the little zones, like the way Amendola and Edelman can do it. I don't know. I think maybe a little more practice he could become that wide receiver, but... I don't know. I'd say he's like a C, like a CC plus. Like I see he could be like a B plus, maybe close to an A, but like I need to see a little bit more performance out of Philip Dorsett in terms of our wide receivers go. Speaking of wide receivers, Josh Gordon was active for the first time in this game. He got an impressive grab. There were 2 pretty good plays. One was in the red zone, and then one was in the second half. Which was really, really cool. In terms of injuries, Adam Butler he was a linebacker. He got injured late in the game when, again, I hate injuries that are so unnecessary. The Patriots were up like 4 or 5 scores. The game was obviously over, and, he just got hurt on a collision. It says Landon Roberts also limped off. We'll see how. I got to look at the injury reports to see if it was serious. It was a lower leg injury. I took a photo, which was pretty cool, of some statistics from that game. So total yards for the Patriots, 449, 26 first downs, and 10 and 15 and third down efficiency. Dolphins were 3rd and 11 in third down efficiency, only 11 first downs, and only 172 yards. So night and day. I wish I could I might put those stats up maybe after I edit this, but that picture I took, I saw those stats on like a board this morning, and I was like, damn, like that's like that really kind of gets you re-energized as a Patriots fan, because again, for a long time the sky was falling, it was doom and gloom. Last week everyone was really, I think the reason people freaked out was because the Lions were a team that people thought the Patriots would just pounce. You think that, when they get pounced on by the Jets, you're most likely going to dominate them. But, Matt Patricia was our defensive coordinator. He did win 2 Super Bowls with us and went to a 3rd Super Bowl last season. So wait, was he in the... I'm going to have to look. I forget when Matt Patricia... I'm not sure if he was around for Super Bowl 46, that last Super Bowl we faced the Giants in. I'm not sure if Matt Patricia was with us or not. But, yeah, I mean, he's been around with us. He knows the Patriots in and out. It wasn't totally crazy to think that he could have beat us. Again, we had defensive players hurt. Josh Gordon wasn't active. Apparently Gronkowski has a freaking ankle injury. He actually came out of the Miami Dolphins game late. And, now they have an early game against the Colts this Thursday. And I'm worried, because Gronk's the guy that you put 3-4 safeties on, or 3-4, maybe 2 safeties on him, because he's such a monster. And then that's how you get your other wide receivers open. You get, the Julian Edelman. He's going to be back. Oh my gosh, 4 games. The 4-game suspension is over. It's annoying because if that hadn't happened, the games against the Jaguars and the Lions could have been different, because again, you give Brady one more wide receiver, a reliable wide receiver option. It frees up some of those other coverage points, and it gives you a better chance. Also, he's a pretty good punt returner. Cordell Patterson's shown some strengths, but Jules is our man. He's good at it. He's been with us a long time too. So I think the Colts, they just blew. I think that was one of the things I saw people talking about, the 4-4 that they went for when it was a tie game against the Texans. We should be able to beat them. This is the team that started the whole fucking Deflategate bullshit in the AFC Championship a few years back. So I have a personal vendetta with this team. Not only that, this was the team that Josh McDaniels promised to be the head coach for and then pulled out last second. So especially the upper management in the Indianapolis Colts hierarchy are probably going to want all cylinders firing to take down the Pats. This is a big game, really, for both sides. The Pats need to prove themselves. 3-2 would be making a statement. They could probably edge out the division over some of the other teams that had a bigger start. For example, if Miami loses next week and we win, we'll be tied with Miami for a team that went 3-0. So, again, that's why I always say it's way too early. Like week 2, week 3, don't go making your predictions. This is especially the case for the Buccaneers and Fitzmagic. Everyone was calling him Fitzmagic. What happened to him in the most recent game against the Chicago Bears? He was benched. They put in their other quarterback, and they lost that game 45-10 or something. It was an embarrassment for a team that defeated the Eagles, for a team that almost defeated the Steelers, that looked like they might be a playoff contender. Again, that's why I say, guys, don't count team. Oh my gosh, this team's 2-0, this team's 3-0. wait until a team gets to like 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Like that's when you really are like, okay, like, now we got to start taking them seriously. The Rams, 4-0, guys. I mean, I don't know what team's gonna. I mean, the Rams are facing some contenders. They're facing the Eagles. They're facing the Packers. I believe they're facing. Are they facing the Chiefs? Let me look up their schedule real quick, because the Chiefs is like the other high-powered team, which might be the Super Bowl. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe Chiefs and Rams. Yep, 11-19. Yeah, how did the Chiefs? Yeah. So 11-19, November 19th, the Rams and the Chiefs play, which honestly could possibly be our Super Bowl 53. I still got to put that video up. I picked the Jaguars and the Rams. The Rams lost, the Jaguars lost to the Titans, which seems to be somehow their kryptonite. You never know. I mean, again, I made that pick week 2. I'll stick by it. I obviously, deep down, being a Patriots fan, want them to go all the way and win a 6th Super Bowl. I really want Tom Brady to retire with a 6th Super Bowl. I don't, or maybe 7th Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe they win this year and then they, next year, the year after. I don't know. I mean, sky's really the limit. So yeah, good victory. Trying to see if there's any other stats. They just got to keep the pedal on the metal. I'm glad they're getting some of their offensive players back. It's been pretty strong so far. It was strong last week, not so far. I mean, again, they still have some holes they need to fix. You don't know how serious some of those injuries were on the guys that played this week. Concussions can sneak up on you like a bitch, so, you want to be careful about some of those things. There's not much else to say. I mean, I was kind of hoping it would be a shutout, but they kind of just relaxed at the end. They're like, yeah, we're going to win this game. We don't need to. Making a statement is 38-7 is making a statement. I mean, obviously 38-0 is also a statement, but you don't have to. You don't gotta shoot an RPG at them and blow them out. I mean, I feel bad for Amendola. I mean, what did he do? I mean, the thing is, Brady helps Amendola become the player that he is. Tannehill, I mean. You can give that guy the best wide receivers in football and he'd still turn into a pumpkin. I don't know where that saying came from. People say that when a quarterback's playing awful, they turn into a pumpkin. I don't know where that came from. I'm just going to use it. So if you guys hear me using that statement, it means the quarterback is sucking. So that's that's what it means basically. So, I guess predictions for this Thursday's game. It's coming up quick. That's why I want to get this video out. I don't know. I'll say 27-14 Patriots against the Colts. I know Colts have some injuries, just like we do. I can see both teams getting some points, but I think the Patriots will edge it out. This is another home game, too. So home games are always a big strength for the Pats, unless it's a high-powered team. That's my prediction, and I'm sticking with it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting anything? No, I went through Gronk's injury. I went through the win. Josh Gordon was active. Philip Dorsett, still not sure. He has to prove himself. Chris Hogan was kind of a non-factor in this game. I think he caught like 1 or 2 passes. But again, freeing up those options with Edelman back will help. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's about it. So again, let me know. I know a lot of you guys that follow my page, most of the time you just want the Pats to lose. I have a bunch of Jaguar fans I was talking to a few weeks ago. Eagle fans, Titans fans. Again, fan bases I kind of despise, but if there's friendly faces out there that represent these organizations, then I'm always willing to have a fun chat. So, yeah, I mean, I just, I see the blanket general statement about how, like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and how crazy they were acting, eating horse shit and all this stupid stuff. I was like, is this really the fan base? And it's not the whole fan base. There are some decent fans out there, and I was talking to some of them. So if you're one of those kind of people, comment below. And if you like this video, like it, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back probably Thursday night, because I got a busy weekend coming up, just me personally. So I'll probably bring all my gear. I'm going to be in a different location. Unfortunately, Belichick can't. I'm traveling, family and stuff. So Mr. Belichick will not be coming with me. I will be in probably a basement somewhere. So I will do this video probably late Thursday night. It'll go up late Thursday night after the hopeful victory to bring the Pats to 3-2. So congrats on the 300th win for Mr. Kraft, and great victory. This was just a good feel-good victory at home, blowout, making a statement, silencing the haters, throwing the bandwagoners off the bridge, whatever analogies you want to put in there. So, all right, guys, thank you, and I will be back this Thursday for more Patriot epicness.